Hi, welcome to my full moon pick a card reading. This reading is going to be all about what you need to release. So in a minute I'm going to show you the different piles. They all have a different pendant on it, and choose as many piles as you're drawn to, and hopefully there will be messages there for you about release. And so if you're wondering about like the moon manifestation and how that all works, my very, very brief introduction as I talk about a little bit more within the piles is that, you know, as the moon is coming into fullness, that is when our manifestations are also coming to fullness. And when the moon is at its fullest, that's when we can surrender, and as it starts to wane, then we start to release the things that we need to release. So that's what this pick a card is about. It's about what you're going to be releasing between this full moon and the next new moon. Okay, so I hope that makes sense to you, and I'll see you at your pile. Alright, group 1, if you chose the Azurite and Moonstone pendant, this is your reading. You have self-love, new moon in Leo, confidence is your key to success, throat chakra, the Three of Wands, the Four of Wands, and blessings of the Moon Maiden. Wow. Okay. So that's what your reading looks like. Unless you see all the cards. Okay, hi pile 1. So just getting into your cards and what they mean. Like I said, you did get a self-love card, as I showed you in the video. You got confidence is your key to success, new moon in Leo from the Moonology deck. You got blessings of the Moon Maiden, which is so cool that it came out in a reading about the moon, the full moon, and what you're releasing. You have throat chakra. You have the Three of Wands. And you have the Four of Wands. Okay. So overall messages here. So the self-love card and the confidence is your key to success, the new moon in Leo, are both about feeling confident, giving yourself love, being kind to yourself. There's self-forgiveness here. And so remembering that this reading is about the new moon and what we need to release, right? Or I'm sorry, the full moon. That threw me off. The full moon and what we need to release, right? Because during the full moons, we release, and during the new moons, we manifest and we bring in. And both of these are very important for manifesting, because you definitely want to let go of any blockages that you have during the full moon cycle. As it fades, you want that to go out with the moon. And then during the new moon is when you really want to decide what you want to bring in, right? As the moon grows to fullness again, then your manifestations come to you. So what I'm really seeing for what you need to release, it's really about self-doubt. It's about limiting beliefs. It's about what you say, making sure that what you say is positive, and that when you speak with using your regular voice and the words in your mind, that you're doing that with the understanding that what you say comes true, and that you can have anything that you want. Now you have these two tarot cards came out together, the Three of Wands and the Four of Wands. And that is just a natural progression. And the wands are definitely about creative endeavors. They can't sometimes be about celebrations and things like that, but this is really about creativity, about happiness, about passions, about our drive in life, right? So the wands are the things that drive us. And so I have this Three of Wands. This man definitely looks like he's waiting, like he's looking out, and kind of seeing what's coming towards him. He's got his back to us. He's got his Three Wands kind of stuck there, and we can't see what he sees. And so I really feel like in this card particularly, this is us. We're looking out into the future. We can't see what's coming. There's a reason we can't see around this guy. We can't see what's coming. But he's kind of started to build something from his passion. And then here in the Four of Wands, there's this amazing stability. This card can be a soulmate card. A lot of people see the 1111 here. And if that's a symbol for you, I absolutely urge you to go with what that means for you. But I'm seeing that that what this person is waiting for, what you're waiting for, is actually coming, and it's stability. There's something very stable here, okay? So let go of those limiting beliefs. Know that this can happen, that and that this is just in due time, basically. But it is coming, and there's a celebration here. There's some stability here. This might possibly be about needing to move on, find a new home, a new place to live, maybe buying a home. It could be a number of things, but something that is stable, something that represents hard work that you've put in, creativity and passion. So some stability around something that you're passionate about. And so you're needing to really let go of limiting beliefs. Speak up, use your voice, speak your truth. And like I said, know that what you say to yourself and out loud is extremely important. Okay. With this card can also mean you've turned someone's head. It might mean that you're going to be in the limelight soon, or basically that you just need to shine. You just need to let go of any beliefs about why you can't shine, why you can't be in the spotlight. Be confident, especially these two together. This is just kind of loud and proud, speaking your mind, knowing your truth, knowing that you can do it, knowing that you're right, and standing in your power, right? And that our throat chakra can really be about that, because when we don't stand up for ourselves or say what is on our minds, that can really diminish our power and diminish our self-confidence. The self-love card says, show me how to love myself, show me how to take care of the inner child, show me how to be kind within. When you step into self-forgiveness, so much can change on the outside. So these two cards, right, is really telling me too that you might have to do some forgiving of your past and kind of going back and reconciling and giving yourself love, even that past self that maybe you have maybe abandoned or thought some really bad things about, and just showing him or her love again, and being there for that person that you were, forgiving yourself and shining your light. It's absolutely essential. You are not going to be confident. You're not going to be your true self until you heal all parts of yourself. And so if you have a lot of anger, if you have a lot of resentment, and a lot of times you send that towards others, or you send it towards others and then you direct it towards yourself, or or maybe you're doing both at the same time, or maybe you're just internalizing all of your anger and you're directing it at yourself. This is saying it's absolutely time to forgive yourself. And this has been a journey that I've been on. And so all that I can say about that is that it's essential to accept the decisions that you made. It's essential to know that it was only you that made those decisions and it was nobody else's fault. But it's also just as essential as that is when you accept those responsibilities, when you know, when you made those decisions, being extremely easy on yourself, extraordinarily easy on yourself as a learner, as a wanderer in a foreign land, was how it was put to me. You know, somebody who comes here not really knowing what to do or how to act and having to learn these things. And, you know, anybody would make mistakes in that situation. There are always faux pas. There are always, just mistakes of survival. And some of those mistakes really do come from a shattered sense of self that you gained in childhood or early childhood or things that happened to you. And so, you can go down that path of, well, I made these mistakes because my life was like this, and that's not the path you need to go down. The only way that you should look at your past is with absolute compassion. Absolute compassion for the you that was hurt, for the people that hurt you, for those who let you down, for the whole life experience. And you have to have all of that compassion for all of those elements, and then you can forgive yourself, because you can forgive everybody else, because you can see the whole picture. Okay, so big message of self-forgiveness. And then the blessings of the Moon Maiden. I'm going to read this card out to you because it's super cool. I love that it came out on this moon reading. Okay, it's card number 2. So, blessings of the Moon Maiden. The Moon Maiden with her lucky hair brings auspicious tidings of prosperity and abundance to you now. The universe seeks to replenish, restore, and create through you. Allow yourself to receive beyond what you have thought is possible by opening your heart with gratitude. Let the blessings of good fortune from the beloved Maiden of the Moon, Kuan Yin, flow easily into your life now. Let the blessings of good fortune open your heart with gratitude, maybe even gratitude for what has come and gone in your life. And here's the healing blessing of the Moon Maiden. Take a few moments to consider the area in your life where you would like growth, healing, and abundance. Prosperity and good fortune have many faces. Material wealth is one, and relationship is another. Professional success might be another, and spiritual fulfillment and creative expression are yet other faces. What are the faces of abundance that you wish to experience more of in your life? Once you have identified which areas you would most like to receive healing in, realizing that the healing will usually affect all areas of your life, no matter which channel it comes through, take time to articulate and perhaps write down in your journal at least 3 negative beliefs that you have about this part of your life. Okay, here's the releasing part. The negative beliefs that you have about whatever part of your life you're trying to change. Then consider 3 positive situations that you would like to experience and perhaps write them down in your journal. You guys, this is an excellent full moon manifestation ritual right here that's being described to you. It's also an excellent new moon manifestation because it's about releasing and bringing in, so you can do it on the full moon and the new moon. So once you're done writing, gently close your eyes and imagine you are in a mystical place with a full moon in deepest night shining brightly. Imagine Kuan Yin dancing with beautiful light all around her, lotus blossoms pouring from her feet and golden light shining toward you from her hands. Imagine offering her your negative beliefs from your journal. You can read them aloud to her if you wish and allow her to shine golden light from her hands, flooding these beliefs with light and transforming them into positive energy. Imagine the lotus blossoms of her feet tickling the crown of your head as she sends the healed, positive energy back to your heart chakra. Imagine breathing it in, and when you are ready, you may like to say the prayer below or simply say thank you and open your eyes. Okay, so now that I've read that all the way, and I'm looking at this throat chakra, and I'm looking at this self-forgiveness and healing your inner child, and I'm looking at confidence, and the Three of Wands and the Four of Wands, I really feel like this journaling exercise is what you are being called to do in order to release during this full moon. And even if you're watching this after April 7th, because I'm posting it during in any full moon that you're watching, even if it's a day after the full moon, you can still use that energy. Okay, and so you really want to do this exercise to release whatever it is, that all of your negative beliefs, and offer them up to the full moon. And it's amazing that this card came out. I absolutely can't believe it, and I think that I'm going to actually use it for the other piles, just because this was the only pile I was called to pull, and this was the only card that wanted to come out. And now I'm thinking, oh my gosh, it might be the message for everybody, like the collective full moon message, because it's so amazing. Okay, you guys, so I hope that this reading was helpful and comforting. Definitely release your self-doubt. Definitely release any anger that you have at yourself, any limiting beliefs you have about what you can do and who you can be and what you can achieve, and forgive yourself for your past. Okay, it wasn't perfect, but it's over, and you're a better, stronger person now. And you had to have those experiences in order to be that. Okay, and with this throat chakra, really speak it. Throat chakra is about communication of all kinds. So writing it, speaking it, thinking it, those are all amazing things. Okay, so that is my message for you, pile number 1. Namaste, blessings. Pile 2, if you picked the Labradorite. That's so awesome. This is your spread. Travel, full moon in Leo, shielding, new moon in Cancer, Seven of Wands, and Ten of Swords. And I also have this Kuan Yin Oracle card that came out in pile 1 that I'm going to be reading for all the piles. Okay? Okay, pile 2. So I already showed you your cards. I went ahead and just kind of rearranged them to get some of the messages out of them. Now, just a reminder, the full moon is a time to release. And so my big question is, what are you releasing? And so I have the travel card, the Ten of Swords, shielding. You and your loved ones are safe, the Seven of Wands, and the full moon in Leo. So I have just regarding shielding, safety, defensiveness. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 cards that are quite blatantly about that. The full moon in Leo, don't let pride get in your way. This can be sometimes about being a little bit overly selfish, overly egotistical. It's also about maybe not really letting people in or letting others' needs come first, but not really getting any of that from this pile. The you and your loved ones are safe. Sometimes it just means that you need to let somebody get closer to you, but it could also be about worry. And then the Seven of Wands here, I should hold these up. So there's the moon in Leo. Here's the new moon in Cancer. Right. The Seven of Wands, very defensive card. right? Sometimes it means that you have the higher ground, but especially with this don't let pride get in your way. These two guys, I ended up kind of putting them next to each other. Okay, and I'm just doing this so that you can kind of get your own messages too. And then here we have this card of shielding. And then here's the new moon in Cancer again. So I showed you that already. Okay. So, and then the card that really I had to really ask about and think about was this travel card and the Ten of Swords. There's the Ten of Swords. It's usually about an ending, about something being over and done with. It can be a card of betrayal as well. And then you have travel, which says, let every aspect of this trip unfold in harmony. May divine order arrange and handle every detail. I'll be guided easily and follow the leads as they are shown. So what I'm really getting here is that the thing that you are releasing is feelings of abandonment and betrayal that may be lingering in your life from things that have happened. This travel card, I'm getting like somebody maybe going away from you, going off on a trip. Maybe somebody left you, and you are feeling extremely hurt, you're feeling extremely wounded. Maybe this person has not actually left your life for good, but they've had to go away for a while, and it's been very, very difficult for you, and it's been hard for you even to be with your family and love your family and be present with them, because you're so upset about this person not being in your life. And I have a feeling as a significant other, I have a feeling that you are also feeling quite defensive towards them, and maybe even feeling like nobody really understands why you're so hurt and so upset. So that is definitely a message for some of you. If that's not resonating with you, then another big message I see coming through here is that you actually have somebody that you need to set boundaries with, because they are taking and taking and taking from you. And maybe you have somebody that is kind of like in and out the door, or maybe you have somebody that just kind of feels like they can show up when they want and leave when they want, and this person isn't treating you well, and they're not really honest with you, and it's not an equal give and take, and you need to really set up some boundaries. You might be a Cancer and this person might be a Leo. Just throwing that out there. I also got a lot of Scorpio energy, and I don't know where that came from, but Scorpio was really popping into my head a lot when I was looking at these cards. So that could be a sign as well. I just don't know. But I was getting a lot of that. Also, like I said, see Cancer and Leo here. So, there might be somebody who, like, there might be kind of like a narcissist empath relationship. And if you're not familiar with the narcissist empath relationship, particularly if you identify as an extra sensitive person or an empathic person or a codependent person, definitely look that up, because these Cancer and Leo cards, along with the shielding and the travel and this Ten of Swords, this like betrayal, defeat card is really giving me those vibes. Okay, so that relationship needs to be released, and you definitely need to do some shielding in that case. And shielding is like blocking your energy. It's like protecting your energy from people who might bring negativity into your life. And so if you are empathic, I'm just going to kind of I'm going to kind of talk you through that this shielding exercise. There's some really great ones too, though, that you can look up to shield your energy. So my light becomes my armor. That which is darkness becomes illuminated by my presence. So protection or shielding, when used in times of energetic negativity, can be a powerful tool. We all have found ourselves in situations where the negative thoughts, feelings, and projections of others have become overwhelming, and retreating may not be an option. By conscious projection, we can intend that we are surrounded by an energetic bubble, perfectly safe and free to be in the experience of our own energy. When one finds themselves in a situation where a barrage of anger is projected, a quick visualization of a mirror can quickly reflect to the offender that which is sent. So I use this one for the evil eye. I just kind of imagine a mirror reflecting back whatever that, like if somebody's glaring at me, I just, like whatever energy someone is sending at you, you can imagine there's a mirror in your aura that is reflecting it back to them. Okay, so if they're sending you good energy, they're getting good energy. If they're sending you negative energy, that negative energy goes right back to them. Another technique that can be used is to visualize a high vibration of loving light surrounding your body, where everything that is negative is burnt up as it tries to enter. Think of a bug light and you'll soon get the gist of this technique. Okay. And then the questions are, does the warrior within feel confident enough to be present in all situations? Have I been weakened by the bombardment of the energies of others? Is the energy, thoughts, judgments, and labels of others clouding my perception of this situation? Okay, that might pertain to your situation, because I do see that there may be somebody who is a little bit stronger than you, who has the upper hand a lot. Maybe they get the upper hand through like some manipulation, through some gaslighting, that might be really taking from you, that might kind of leave you feeling defeated and betrayed often. Okay, this is the relationship that you need to release. If you're watching this reading, if this is resonating, this is your time to release it. Okay, I'm going to read you this Blessings of the Moon Maiden card, and it's got a great exercise for releasing and manifesting through journaling, which I really feel like everybody should do. If the other resonated with you, if somebody is kind of traveling and gone from you, and you're missing them and you're upset and you're feeling betrayed, I really do see here that you can bring your energy back into yourself, focus on your family or those that are still in your life, the loving relationships in your life, and that there is not a need to be to feel this way about this person. There's some energy here of being overly defensive too, with this don't let pride get in your way, and the Seven of Wands and shielding. Like you're being very defensive, because this Cancer card can mean, let people get closer to you, let somebody get closer to you. So you might be so upset at this person that you're blocking them, and I don't see that is necessary. That's for those of you who resonated with the first message. Those of you that resonated with the second message about the empath narcissist relationship, please, actually, what you need is defenses, and you need to shield yourself, and you need to let go of this relationship, and you need to stand up for yourself. Okay, so here's Blessings of the Moon Maiden. This is just kind of a cool message that came out in pile 1, and I thought, this is a new moon reading. I have to read this to all the groups. Okay, so this is: the Moon Maiden with her lucky hair brings auspicious tidings of prosperity. So she actually has a rabbit in her hand. Darn glare with these shiny cards. You probably can't see it anyway. Okay, sorry, but she is holding a little bunny. The universe seeks to replenish, restore, and create through you. Allow yourself to receive beyond what you have thought is possible by opening your heart with gratitude now. Let the blessings of good fortune from the beloved Maiden of the Moon, Kuan Yin, flow easily into your life. Healing blessings of the Moon Maiden. Take a few moments to consider the area of your life where you would like growth, healing, and abundance. Prosperity and good fortune have many faces. Material wealth is one and relationship is another. Professional success might be another, and spiritual fulfillment and creative expression are yet other faces. What are the faces of abundance that you wish to experience more of in your life? Once you have identified which areas you would most like to receive healing in, realizing that the healing will usually affect all areas of your life no matter which channel it comes through, take time to articulate and perhaps write down in your journal at least 3 negative beliefs that you have about this part of your life. Then consider 3 positive situations that you would like to experience and perhaps write them down in your journal. Gently close your eyes and imagine you are in a mystical place with a full moon in deepest night shining brightly. Imagine Kuan Yin dancing with beautiful light around her, lotus blossoms pouring from her feet, and golden light shining towards you from her hands. Imagine offering her your negative beliefs from your journal. You can read them aloud to her if you wish, and allow her to shine golden light from her hands, flooding these beliefs with light and transforming them into positive energy. Imagine the lotus blossoms of her feet tickling the crown of your head as she sends the healed positive energy back to your heart chakra. Imagine breathing it in, and when you are ready, you may like to say the prayer below or simply say thank you and open your eyes. So here's the Moon Maiden prayer. I now choose to release negative energy, negative beliefs, and negative memories connected with abundance, money, relationships, success, and well-being. I offer these for healing to beloved Moon Maiden Kuan Yin. May she turn the heaviness of these offerings into golden light. May I receive this golden light into my heart. Good fortune and blessings flow to me now. May I share as I receive. May I flow with joy, abundance, and divine grace through the blessings of the divine Kuan Yin. So be it. Then you might want to say Om Mani Padme Hum, which is Kuan Yin's mantra, or the heart lotus mantra. Okay, pile 2. So that's what I have for you. Please, if you are in this relationship, if you do have somebody who's taking from you, please do release that. Do what you need to do. This might have to do with negative beliefs about yourself, that you let this person do this to you. And if you have somebody who's away from you, you can release your insecurities and doubts about that person, and focus more on the loving relationships that you do have in your life, or loving the ones that are near you. Okay, so anyway, I hope that you use that oracle card to your benefit this full moon. Okay, blessings to you, and see you in my next reading, I hope. All right, pile 3. If you chose the amethyst and turquoise pendant, this is your reading. Spaciousness. Have gibbous moon. You're very close to achieving your goal. Holiday. 2 of cups and the ace of wands. So pile 3, I ended up waiting until the next day to finish your reading, and so this is the day after I filmed some of the rest. But I already showed you your cards, and I'll just kind of go through them and kind of tell you what I'm seeing. So you have this card of spaciousness here, and I'll read it to you in a second. I'll put it up there. Probably read it to yourself. And then you have this gibbous moon. You're very close to achieving your goal. And then you have holiday. And you have the 2 of cups and the ace of wands. And remember, our reading is about, like, what are you releasing? What are you needing to let go of? And I do actually see that that you are kind of expanding. You're in a moment of expansion. Part of this expansion, it might have something to do with a new relationship that's come into your life. Something exciting and somebody that you're really passionate about, or someone who's really passionate about you, and they've kind of push you towards some kind of an expansion or a change. This card of spaciousness says it is kind of the answer to this question. It's so on the nose, it's amazing. It says, what do I no longer need? Help me to release whatever people, places, or things drain my vital essence. Show me what will fill me with enthusiasm and joy. So you really are being called, with this full moon energy, as the moon starts to wane, to release whatever is no longer serving you, whatever no longer fits in your life, because you have amazing things coming in. Celebration. I feel like with this Ace of Wands, this relationship is too new for it to be about marriage. But it could be like getting invited on an adventure, or deciding to go on some kind of a holiday together, or some kind of a trip that's kind of long, and you need to get your affairs in order so that you can be free to do this eventually. But if it's not that, if it's not a relationship that's already established, if it's a new relationship, then it really is kind of pushing you towards an expansion. You're going to be seeing a lot of change in your life, and so you're being asked to just release the things that no longer fit you or serve you, including any kind of old issues that you might have with family, especially around like family traditions, things like that might hold you back. Maybe this is a relationship with somebody that's not, I'm just seeing this with this holiday card, because this holiday card is sometimes about our family traditions, and about the way the holidays for some people can be very difficult, because the traditions they grew up with are not their traditions anymore. And so with this new relationship too, I'm seeing that there is a possibility that maybe this person is not like a traditional partner, or somebody who necessarily fits in with the family vibe. And so being willing to kind of let those things go and do your own thing. So you have gibbous moon, you're very close to achieving your goal, and this holiday card is a number 9. So, and 9s are also obviously very close to 10s, and 10s are completion. So along with this, like this relationship that you're in, or now I'm also getting the message pulling into your life, is something that you've been wanting and working on, and and you need to really be willing to release anything that is draining your energy, anything that does not make you happy. Marie Kondo it. If it's not bringing you joy, toss it out, get rid of it, because if this relationship is not already in your life, it's something you've been very much wanting to manifest. I'm seeing that now with this very close to achieving your goal, and the 9 here, 2 of Cups and the Ace of Wands. You want a soulmate relationship, and with this full moon, you really need to be ready to release whatever is not serving you, whatever is blocking this from coming in. And it might be people, and it might be places that you go, and it might even be junk in your house. It could be junk and clutter in your soul and in your heart space. Okay, so I'm going to read you that is kind of the message. So there's a few there, but I think just kind of looking at this, whether you are expanding because of a new relationship, maybe whether you are wanting to pull a relationship in, or whether you're ready to take the next step with somebody or go on some adventure with somebody and you need to release. The spaciousness card kind of tells you everything. And I also have this Blessings of the Moon Maiden card. So I was called to pull just one. I pulled it for the first pile, and then I read it and I realized that it was for all the piles and it was for this entire reading. So I'm going to read you this, and if there are things that you need to let go of, this is kind of going to tell you how to do it, okay? So let me just grab that guide book. We also have 2 number 2s here, because Blessings of the Moon Maiden is 2 and the 2 of Cups is a 2. So 22, 2s are definitely relationship, soulmate, connection kinds of numbers. Okay, so 22 is a special number. It's also 4, which is stability. Okay, so Blessings of the Moon Maiden. It's an amazing card. It's beautiful that it came out for this reading. I was not expecting that. The Moon Maiden with her lucky hair brings auspicious tidings of prosperity and abundance to you now. The universe seeks to replenish, restore, and create through you. Allow yourself to receive beyond what you have thought is possible by opening your heart with gratitude now. Let the blessings of good fortune from the beloved Maiden of the Moon, Kuan Yin, flow easily into your life now. So, healing blessing of the Moon Maiden. Take a few moments to consider the area in your life where you would like growth, healing, and abundance. Prosperity and good fortune have many faces. Material wealth is one, and relationship is another. Professional success might be another, and spiritual fulfillment and creative expression are yet other faces. What are the faces of abundance that you wish to experience more of in your life? Once you have identified which areas you would most like to receive healing in, realizing that the healing will usually affect all areas of your life, no matter which channel it comes through, take time to articulate and perhaps write down in your journal at least 3 negative beliefs that you have about this part of your life. Then consider 3 positive situations that you would like to experience and perhaps write them down in your journal. Gently close your eyes and imagine you are in a mystical place with a full moon and deepest night shining brightly. Imagine Kuan Yin dancing with beautiful light all around her, lotus blossoms pouring from her feet, and golden light shining towards you from her hands. So if you do not know who Kuan Yin is, you can definitely look it up. You can also do just the journaling part of this and then offer it up to whatever guide or higher power that you identify with. Imagine offering her your negative beliefs from your journal. You can even read them aloud to her if you wish, and allow her to shine golden light from her hands, flooding these beliefs with light and transforming them into positive energy. Imagine the lotus blossoms of her feet tickling the crown of your head as she sends the healed, positive energy back to your heart chakra. Imagine breathing it in, and when you are ready, you may like to say the prayer below or simply say thank you and open your eyes. A prayer to the Moon Maiden. I now choose to release negative energy, negative beliefs, and negative memories connected with abundance, money, relationship, success, and well-being. I offer these for healing to beloved Moon Maiden Kuan Yin. May she turn the heaviness of these offerings into golden light. May I receive this golden light into my heart. Good fortune and blessings flow to me now. May I share as I receive. May I flow with joy, abundance, and divine grace through the blessings of the divine Kuan Yin. So be it. Okay, so that journaling activity with the spaciousness card, releasing whatever people, places, or things drain your essence, that would be a great way to do that. Or, if you have some things of the past that are kind of clogging you up, the journaling would be an excellent way to do that. Now, if Kuan Yin, like I said, is not your person, if that's not your deity, or if you don't know much about her, you can definitely look her up, or you could just do this, with whoever you like to work with, whoever your higher power is. And you can even do that for the universe. You offer these things up to the universe and say, please help me to release these things. Okay. And then, letting the universe know what you want to bring in instead. Okay. Right, so that is your reading pile 3. Thanks so much for joining me. I wanted to say one more thing, because this amethyst and turquoise pendant that you chose, so this, I associate this with love and with the heart chakra. for kind of probably personal reasons, but turquoise is a really powerful stone, and especially if you're like a Sagittarius or a December birthday, which maybe you are, working with this to bring in love is a really good idea, and this amethyst just kind of amplifies the power. And I got this in India, just so you know. Okay. All right, you guys, blessings to you. Bye now. All right, if you chose this beautiful tiger's eye pendant, this is your reading. We've got independence, full moon in Cancer, a personal issue reaches resolution, timeline, solar plexus chakra, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords. And then we did get this blessings of the Moon Maiden card from the Kuan Yin Oracle. I was called to pull just one of them and put it in pile 1, and then when I read it, I realized it was for the whole reading, and because it has great advice about releasing, right, which is what we're talking about. What do we need to release? Okay, so these are your cards, and now I'll take you to your reading. Okay, pile 4. So you chose this beautiful tiger's eye. I've shown you your cards already. So what I'm seeing here, just answering this question, what are you releasing? This independence card, I'll start by reading that to you. It says, the more you learn to feed yourself on the inside and care for the inner child, the more freestanding you become. Help me feed and love this inner child, dear Lord, or divine, or however you want to say it. These cards, this oracle, this wild offerings oracle, is about offering it all up to God, but I know not everybody resonates with that term God. In fact, I don't, because it's so loaded, and also like saying the dear Lords and the amens. It's all just very loaded for me. So, I often change that to like dear universe, or, whatever higher power way of viewing, the great oneness, the great all is fine. Okay. So with this independence card and then this full moon in Cancer, so the Cancer moons are kind of like these big emotional cards. Like Cancers can be, and I mean, maybe you are a Cancer, and I've known Cancers, and they're actually wonderful people and very independent, but it's a very feminine card, right? Cancer is ruled by the moon, and so this is like the very feminine, receptive energy. And in fact, like with this card, and then timeline, and then the solar plexus chakra, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords, I'm seeing that actually what you're being called to do is to release dependence, release any kind of like codependent relationship. Anybody who, if you're like waiting for people to approve of you or tell you what to do or tell you which direction to go in, if you're looking for approval about a direction, this is a kind of asking you, it's time for you to step into your own power with this solar plexus card. This is about our personal will, our power, what we want. And one of the big questions this card asks you is whose will is it? Whose will are you acting on right now? Is it your own, or is it someone else's? And if it's someone else's, then you need to pull your power back. Okay, the same with this timeline. This is kind of just like about the passage of time and how we experience it in different ways, and how it can go fast or slow. But it's also about making sure that you are controlling your timeline and you're leading your timeline. So what this full moon is really asking you to release, what I'm seeing that you need to release, is that need for approval. I'm seeing that you're a person who can be kind of slow to decide. You can be indecisive at times. You probably process things in a very like methodical internal way, but you might also be easily influenced. Okay, this Ace of Swords with like ideas and clarity underneath the full moon in Cancer, which is kind of about high emotions. You need to make a decision. Have problems with like personal issues. I'm seeing that and then with the Independence card too, all in relation to what we're being asked to release. I'm seeing that there's a lot of influencers in your life, people who influence you heavily, and you are being asked to like, one of the things that you can let go of, like this moon is kind of giving you the power to like let go of the need for approval from other people, taking your own power, making your own decisions. Okay, so you are very slow to decide, but once you get clear and you know what you want, you're going to go in that direction, and you're going to do it in your own way and in your own time. Okay, so you're a very intelligent person, and you're very stable, and so you are perfectly capable of making your own decisions. You just need to make sure that whatever you're doing and wherever you're going, it's coming from you, from your personal power, and that you're the driving engine behind it, and you're not doing it to make anybody else happy. And so there's some throat chakra here too, with this very blue moon card and the blue surrounding the solar plexus here. And so that would really be about like speaking your mind, claiming your independence, nurturing yourself so that you feel comfortable making your own decisions, even if people tell you it might be the wrong way to go. But I'm also looking at like where the knight is holding that pentacle, and then like thinking of the solar plexus chakra. So doing some solar plexus chakra work would be very good for you, and you can just find a chakra balancing meditation, because if the solar plexus is off, then the chakras above it might be off or below it, you know. So doing like a full chakra cleanse and balancing, or just finding one that's specifically focused on the solar plexus, would be very good for you. And that is just a search away. It should be pretty easy to find. We're kind of lucky in this time that knowledge is so available. And yeah, I think that's all I'm seeing for you. I'm going to read you this Blessings of the Moon Maiden. This will really kind of talk to you, like this I think will really speak to you about like how you can find out what is your will, taking control of your timeline, and releasing and bringing in. Okay, so it's all kind of in this card, which is so amazing that it came out, because I didn't know that or expect that. But it's so beautiful for this reading. I'm just full of gratitude for this card and for this deck. It's by Alana Fairchild. It's called the Kuan Yin Oracle, by the way. Okay. So Blessings of the Moon Maiden. The Moon Maiden with her lucky hair. I don't know if you can see the bunny in there in that picture. It's in her arms. With her lucky hair brings auspicious tidings of prosperity and abundance to you now. The universe seeks to replenish, restore, and create through you. Allow yourself to receive beyond what you have thought is possible by opening your heart with gratitude now. Let the blessings of good fortune from the beloved Maiden of the Moon, Kuan Yin, flow easily into your life. Healing blessings of the Moon Maiden. Take a few moments to consider the area in your life where you would like growth, healing, and abundance. Prosperity and good fortune have many faces. Material wealth is one, and a relationship is another. Professional success might be another, and spiritual fulfillment and creative expression are yet other faces. What are the faces of abundance that you wish to experience more of in your life? Once you have identified which areas you would like most to receive healing in, realizing that healing will usually affect all areas of your life, no matter which channel it comes through, take time to articulate and perhaps write down in your journal at least 3 negative beliefs that you have about this part of your life. Then consider 3 positive situations that you would like to experience and perhaps write them down in your journal. So this part is really about taking control of your timeline and really assessing your will. It's going to help you with this decision and this realization that you might be needing to come to. Gently close your eyes and imagine you are in a mystical place with full moon and deepest night shining brightly. Imagine Kuan Yin dancing with beautiful light all around her, lotus blossoms pouring from her feet and golden light shining towards you from her hands. Imagine offering her your negative beliefs from your journal. You can even read them aloud to her if you wish, and allow her to shine golden light from her hands, flooding these beliefs with light and transforming them into positive energy. Imagine the lotus blossoms of her feet tickling the crown of your head as she sends the healed, positive energy back to your heart chakra. Imagine breathing it in, and when you are ready, you may like to say the prayer below or simply say thank you and open your eyes. So if you want to hear the prayer, it's this. I now choose to release negative energy, negative beliefs, and negative memories connected with abundance, money, relationship, success, and well-being. I offer these for healing to beloved Moon Maiden Kuan Yin. May she turn the heaviness of these offerings into golden light. May I receive this golden light into my heart. Good fortune and blessings flow to me now. May I share as I receive. May I flow with joy, abundance, and divine grace through the blessings of the divine Kuan Yin. So be it. If you don't know who Kuan Yin is and you are interested in her, I definitely recommend looking her up. She's an amazing ascended master. And yeah, I just definitely recommend working with her if that's what you're called to do. Otherwise, if you have a deity or a higher power or that you're already working with, I encourage you to continue with that, and you can just kind of work this prayer in your journaling through your own divine master or whoever you see as like the higher power or the helper in your life. Okay. All right, so that is my message for you, Pile 4. I hope that it resonated. Please let me know. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you feel called to do that. And I hope to see you at my next reading. Bye. I hope you liked your reading. Please comment below, like, subscribe if you feel called to do any of that. And you'll find my email down in the About box if you are interested in a private reading. I would love to do that for you. And what it costs just kind of depends on what you want and what your question is, but I definitely am here to help, and I really want to kind of open that up to you. So if you even feel like suggesting your own price, I'm definitely open to that. Just send me an email below and we can definitely work something out. Okay. So thanks once again for tuning in, and I'd love to hear from you guys just about how these are resonating.